No, that's okay, Wizard of Raz. I understand. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I could understand that. Yeah. I don't know. Again, we're never going to know because Cam didn't play the game, right? So there's no going back.
Good morning.
This is what I will say. I'm really excited to see these two teams play in the playoffs. That's where like it's going to be really interesting, right? Because whatever kind of like weird issues you're seeing with the Chiefs, I would assume are going to be resolved
other than
by
any audio
time.
other than
and
any audio other than my
and then you're hoping that the Patriots will be full strength. They'll have figured everything out by that time as well. It'll be really interesting to see these two teams play. The next real big game for me is actually going to be Patriots versus Bills.
No.
I only have 4.5 minutes left, guys. So
No. Okay.
We have to hurry on this. But
let me see
Patriots versus Bills. That's a game that I really want to see, which will not happen.
Okay, so I'm going to monitor.
1, 2, 3. So another 4. And you know, there's no love lost there. I think the Pats held themselves to 3 in the first. A lot of opportunities.
That weird, crazy feedback.
That
sound?
weird, crazy feedback
That's
sound.
what I think.
I mean, I don't know. They didn't have any weapons,
That's
right?
what
Like,
I think.
like
Twitch
Hoyer,
soundtrack by Twitch is.
However, I can play music through it through my normal.
However, I can play music
played
through it
very
through my
conservative.
normal. Through this audio input, and it works just fine. So that's cool. Min Fats, good morning. And TNTN, good morning. And Stacking, good morning. Lord Mist, you swapped your escape and caps lock keys around. Still not entirely used to it. Oh, I did that too. It's the best. Like once you get used to it, then it's like using somebody else's keyboard sucks, but at the same time, so much faster. All right, let's switch over to the main screen. Zilby isn't in the room right this second, and the door's not closed, so he can come in when he wants. I fed him this morning, so maybe he might want to. He might want to be the one who comes out and like hangs out with me later. We'll see. Yeah, you were about to ask if Zilby was in petting distance. It is a good question. All right, so I want to open you, turn you way down, and let's go ahead. So cats will be cat will definitely be cat. They're you know, it would be a really interesting IoT project to sort of pair with that reward for petting the cat. If I could somehow create an IoT device that determines whether or not the cat is in the room. Because like when a cat walks into the room, then like sort of like, okay, notification goes out, cat's here now. That would be interesting. But I don't know how I would do that. All right, last night I did a tiny bit of work on this. So if we go into streamer cargo run, RFID on the collar would work, or Bluetooth. Yeah, that might work. When he was a really young kitten, and by like he's still a kitten, so like really like 2 weeks ago, I tried to put a bell on his collar, and that freaked him out. I think the noise was too loud. He was basically running all over the house trying to get it off. And then he hid. Okay, so the streamer clearly is the best at this. That's my new one. So basically, I have it now popping up that message at the bottom here. And what I did was I created a generic create credit function that I could then push into a given all credits vector that I can add in. You think the credits are a bit slow? Well, that's easy. We can fix that by right here updating, where is it? Credits from -1 to like -5 maybe. Yeah, I don't remember what the like official. Why don't you randomly pick a message from the streamer or the viewers win? Yeah, I think that would be best. Is that too fast? You made a client for the game and it blocks most of the messages. Oh no! Think that's a good speed? Ooh, okay, we can keep that for a while. Oh, and before I forget, and before I like add new code stuff, let's go ahead and take a look at what notifications we've got in GitHub, because we've got quite a few here. So first here, when quitting the app, exit all processes. So Mir Clamp, I think in order to do that, the create Twitch track wrapper should be updated so it should be able to receive a quit command instead of just chat messages. And then Tisal, I was looking at this while Mir Clamp was replying. I think this can be done using an SPMC channel and have each thread check that as part of their loop. If it gets a close down to threads. Okay. That makes sense. So basically have the ability to send a close event, which then shuts down the threads on either side. Like we before we shut down the thread on the game side, tell the other side to shut down their thread. Then we shut down our thread. Okay, I think that sounds good. Which means that what I should do is head over to that. Head over to the Twitch chat wrapper. Come in here and create an issue here. So this is going to be I think the problem with this method is that all three OSs send signal command differently, which makes it annoying. I was looking into this the other day when I asked about it. Oh, interesting. Well, you know, one thing we can do is we can look for the end of the end. Okay, when the game ends and we receive like an okay or error, and like that's actually fully done, we can somehow send a message out to the parent saying like we are done, and then like go from there. Tigregalis, hello. You can get a quit event. I believe so, yeah. From GGEZ, I think. Okay, so for this is listen for a quit event when it come, or like let's see. That's the thing though, is like this isn't running any threads on its own inside of here. So is that really what the problem is? I was thinking about it differently and looking at the signal command you're used to writing CLI tools. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're writing your own stuff, then you have to listen to it. Then that sucks a lot more. I think, like, for me, I'm using something that somebody else has already written the signaling stuff for. It's like I can catch the signal looking at like what GGEZ is passing in. So GGEZ should tell me when the game is quit. But now that I think about it, I'm not like there's no thread running in Twitch chat wrapper. Sorry, that's the wrong one to go to. It's the issues actually. We want I think it waits for the Twitch thread to join. It does, but that's in the game. I guess I'm not running. We aren't running any threads in the This is all a problem you don't have when you use normal async await. You can just stop pulling a task. I wonder that is a good question. Like, another thought. Could we switch to async await? To help here. So I'll comment on that. All right. So with that being done, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so creating a setup script for installing the game and DMB 1107. Can I work on this? Absolutely. I think this is overcomplicated and the example file works just as well. Let's first of all, I'll inside DMB because they created this. And they also created this here. Yeah, there's a pull request for it. So if we take a look at this, I've created a bash script that asks for input and creates the .env file. I'm having trouble compiling the program, so I can't test it fully, but the .env file generated looks to be correct. So please enter your Twitch username, read username. Well, so for example, this is me using a timeout in one of my projects. It's very simple, as you can see. Oh my gosh, come on, wrong mouse button, right click, copy link location. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you do a timeout. Yeah, so you get the timeout for this. Then you're like, okay, so art. RSA saying, okay. And that's because when you're running it later, you're pulling with a timeout, like you're asking it for a timeout, or you're telling it how long it's allowed to run. think the easiest method is creating a Twitch object from the thread and just have the messages coming in on the thread. That way it can be just a loop inside the thread, which you can break from. Yeah, I don't know how much that would work, stacking. The application, if we take a look at our main file, so we're starting Twitch chat, and then we're starting the game thread. And Twitch chat, we're handing it the channels that it needs to run. And then it sort of runs in its own thread. The channels we're definitely listening to inside of the game thread itself. The only thing that should be blocking is the messages. But I guess like we need this running on some other thread. Or process. Thread or process is like really where we want is like this other application. And I guess like that's like the gist of the matter, right? Is we need to be able to we need to be able to run this other complete program behind the scenes without blocking ourselves, without slowing ourselves down. And so this could be async stuff. But yeah, it's basically we need when the game ends, which happens here, a match event run. So this finishes when run finishes. When run is an infinite loop. So when this ends, because we like close the window or something else happens, then we get out of here. We need to somehow let this thread, well, I guess this thread exits. So as soon as this thread exits, we need to now make sure that the other thread exits and like turns off. And so I suppose we can go inside of Twitch chat thread here and let it know, okay, you're done, let's exit, stop listening. That's probably what would work, is like having some kind of like message or channel into Twitch chat thread that then we can say, okay, time to exit out of well, its run loop. And maybe that's in run, like having in run an exit command from that. For this one, what were we looking at? Right, okay, so the bash script to create the .env stuff. So basically we're looking at, please enter the Twitch channel you'd like the game to listen to, read channel, please enter your auth token, you get one at here. If you're streaming, please hide your screen, as this is effectively a password. And then it creates this. Yeah, so this will overwrite. Okay, so Twitch name, Twitch token, Twitch channel. And then the env file has been created. I mean, I think this is fine. So, Lord Miz, I know you're asking if this is like unnecessarily complicated. I guess like my thought here is, for us, more like who knows programming, this is probably unnecessary and we don't need it. But the bash script, I might be able to, we could like maybe have it set to run at the beginning of the, let's see, can I do that? In our in like a pre-run file or something like that, where like we could have an installer now. And we do that if and only if the env file isn't created already. That's sort of silly if you ask me. Yeah, I guess like I'm trying to think like, do I want this to be friendly for people who don't know programming or don't know .env files? That's the main question. And I don't know. I did ask for it, so therefore I'll definitely accept it in. So confirm you in. We're all good. Who knows how to write Rust will probably get a .env file to work. Yes, no, I agree that if they know how to write Rust, I guess like I'm considering, am I going to get somebody who wants to play the game who doesn't know programming? That's the other question. All right, remove graphics drawable size. So mere clamp. Now it shows properly in a window on your laptop. Oh, awesome. So let's see what happened here. So you have a pub function. So okay, in new for the main game state, you're storing screen size. You're getting, okay, you're passing it in. Another point is that it's probably easier to someone to fill in the .env file themselves instead of running a script. Right, yeah, I guess like, I don't think that the script is needed. Like you don't have to use the script. I think it's there for convenience in case somebody doesn't know what that script is. Like what the .env file is. That's like, I guess my point is it's there for convenience of people who don't know programming. Everyone else probably will create the .env file themselves. Okay, so screen size this. We figure out what the screen size is that's passed in. So that way you could do that in the appropriate, like you can pass it around. Then, oh yeah, so like now in these other areas of the file, you're now grabbing it out instead of like screen size equals graphics drawable screen size. In order to stay consistent, it's now just grabbing out of self.screen size. You know, I wonder if it would be better for us to, instead of just doing like self.screen size here like that, replace, like remove, like we should probably remove this line. So thank you. Don't think we need to keep let screen size equals self.screen size. Here we can find where we are using it and replace with self.screen size. That probably makes a little bit more sense. So, review there. Yeah, so like exactly like this. Well, actually, no, this is still arena size. But yeah, like when we're passing into credits new, we can do self-screen size there. If someone's completely experienced with this, then it's probably easier to fill in the blanks with Notepad than run a script. Also, most people who don't know much about programming probably use Windows, and Windows doesn't even come with a way to execute bash scripts. That would make it even more complicated. Instead of a bash script, it should probably be another Rust program. I agree. It probably should be another Rust program. You know, I wonder what it should really be is part of this program. Like when you first run it, if there's no .env, it just says, hey, give me the stuff. Like hand me the data right now. That should be probably what it is. I like that. I'm not suggesting we make a Rust program outside of this. I'm talking about like the current program that we have. It checks to see if there's a .env file, and then asks for that input inside of it. So like inside of main, before it runs those threads to start up, it just says, hey, do we have the .env file? If not, hey, give me the information and I'll just fill it out for you. I think that's what we should do. That's probably the best thing to do. Yeah, I don't think we need like a separate Rust application for that. And then it can sort of like be bundled with its own installer essentially at that point in time. Okay, so because like this gets the arena size. So like then this is fine, I suppose. Yeah, this is fine because like it's doing the math here and it's like just running with self. So I like that. And then yeah, because like this is grabbing self that screen size. It's fully going around a rabbit hole and having Rust programs all the way down. But this way we get to have Rust all the way down and not have too much Rust, if that makes sense. You should just get the variables and see if they are there instead of testing for a .env file. That's a good point because then we can say like, ooh, your .env file is missing something. In the case that they have a .env file, but it's not set. I like that. Okay, so self interface draw. The screen size. Okay, so then we pass that in. Now we can set like, okay, what is our window size here? On our window mode, window size 1, okay, we build again. Okay, so then we like pass that in and that's fine. And this is like setting all that stuff up for us. So like, I think the only really thing here, let's see, this is fine. Although like in credits now I want to change this to like we pass this in, which I don't think I am. Actually, no, I am doing that fine. Oh no, I'm not. So I need to change it. So I'm taking in the screen size. So that's fine. Removing let screen size is doing a problem because it's doing a problem with the closure later. Oh, is it? Okay, well in that case. Oh, okay. That's a good point. I wish like sometimes it'd be nice if GitHub gave me more context. Okay, so we essentially want to clone this out for lifetime purposes. Okay, I can get behind that. It borrows mute and unmute. Okay, so in that or basically mentioned that we need to clone here for using in a closure later. In that case, we're good to go. Add comment. So then that's fine. I really like the fact they add this viewed colon. Like one time I had to do a code review at work for like 100 different files were changed. It sucked. I would have loved that feature. Okay, so basically just like storing in. Okay, so now we're in the library file, storing that in, keeping it, and then basically going through and using it now. In main, creating this, and then passing that through. Okay, so that's all fine. So this is looking good. So I'm gonna finish the review, we'll approve. Oh, and we have complex because I made a change to credits last night. So let's see if I can resolve them in here. Oh, right, because I changed it. I renamed it from from text to all credits. So I can deal with this. I can deal with this. Is that the only place? Because again, that went away. Okay, that's the only location where we're having a merge conflict here. So if I look at this, let's see. I want to remove you. Screen size, drawable text. This goes away, and like that. Because now we're gonna take in screen size right here, and that should be fine. So I'm gonna save you, mark you as resolved, commit the merge. What? All right, merge pull request, bringing it in. This new Reddit update that keeps asking every 5 seconds for all of your Google information? What? Oh, that's crazy. That has not happened to me, but I rarely look at Reddit on like my website. I usually use like an app on my phone. Yeah, I know it's asking for trouble. That one was small enough that it's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and pull you in. And let's see what we got. So cargo run here. And everything should still be fine. That's why you always merge locally. Yeah, CI/CD would be best for. I'm not exactly sure how to test games like this though. That compile because of the. Like I can build it. I guess that's all we can do is I can build it and see if it compiles. Testing stuff, like I need to, so it's something that like I haven't figured out yet, but I want to figure out how to like completely separate all of my like calling, like interfacing with GGEZ stuff and like everything else out here. Cause then I can test the heck out of this, ignore that, and then I can have like CI/CD stuff just focused around this part. I haven't figured out exactly the architecture for that yet. There might be some like threading type stuff we can do there, or it might just be moving into more of a ECS system. Who compiles merges locally? That's what we have CI/CD for. Yeah, well, when I eventually get there, we'll set that up. And actually, that would be an interesting thing to try out with actions, since it's now like available for everyone, so I can go ahead and set that up. I just never have gotten around to it. Okay, so everything seems to be working. So that's all of our updates with Git. All right, sorry, that's all of our updates here. So that's awesome. Let's go ahead and quit out. Don't need to quit out of here. We're good to go. Okay, so back into credits. We're having it move up. Let's actually make this, give ourselves a constant here. Const, and we can have this be our velocity. Velocity y. This is an F32, and we'll say that this is like negative 5.0. Having that there instead of stored inside of here will make it a little bit, tiny bit easier for us to change, just because it's higher up in the file. Which means I don't need to create you here. And then when we use you in update, we'll just do plus velocity y there. And so everything should still be fine. All right, so I think there was an idea that we wanted to eventually make this be a list of these. I think, however, we have an issue to create that. Add custom streamer 1 messages. Victory is mine, who is best. So I think I can assign myself now and just do this right now. Because this is before we weren't sure exactly how to do that. So here, we'll do our custom messages. Here. So custom messages. I don't think I can do a const as an array, can I? I might be able to. Zilby is not yet in cutting distance. Let me see if he's right outside. Nope, my wife is down in the kitchen. So he is down there begging for food. Hoping that she'll be nice enough to him to give that. You put the winning losing messages in separate files and add them with an include string. Oh wait, Zilby. At the edge of the door. Give me a second. Well, guess who has joined us? Zilby's here. Oh, camera down a little bit. He was begging for food, but then she just came upstairs right now, so he followed her, and then I think she heard me asking for Zilby, so brought him up. So yeah, the best thing to do would be have some configuration file that we can put all the winning messages in, but let's see. When we did the web server stuff, we used include string macro, and doesn't that add them a compile time, which kind of defeats the purpose? That would be like, yeah. So like, Chris, do I want running time or? Oh, okay. Oh, you're asking to go out. Let me put him on the tree and then turn on the. Zilby, come on. Hang on the tree. Oh, no. We changed his food recently, and so he's got more calorie dense food, but it's slightly less of it because it's more calorie dense. So he's not super. I don't think he's super happy with that. I have you. That's fine. All right. So I guess like it really depends. Lord Mizd and Stacking, do I want them at compile time or do I want them at run time? Do I want like whoever's running this to be able to just provide a file and that's when it reads it, and that's all we care about. Chat is a bit big. I did make it a little bit too big, didn't I? Hold on, let me reset it really quickly. Shoot, transform, reset. This is what it's like naturally set to, which is kind of odd. That's probably fine. That's without me zooming in. Oh, so I can then put them into assets. Yeah, I like the idea of everyone being able to provide their own stuff. You can actually just include chat in OBS, so this whole browser thing is sort of redundant. Right now I don't have the overlay to add in chat. I think that would be like something we need to do so that OBS can see it. Because I don't think OBS has the way to like share just on its own. I think we have to like provide some kind of window overlay, like a browser overlay. Go to browser source and put in this. Ooh. Hold on, I hadn't thought about that. Copy you. Okay, so let's delete you, move you, add browser source. This will be Twitch chat. Pull you in. I have no idea what width and height I want to use for this. Probably not 800 by 600. Probably don't want to like over set that. Hold on. Oh no, it's white mode. Is there a way for me to like change that to dark mode? Interesting. I don't know how to like go in here. I guess I could. I think I can I can interact. Oh, interact with this. Go to here. Go to dark mode. Move you over here. And then I actually want you to be much smaller. Like your height is fine. So I want you like 200. Oh, that's a little bit too thin. Yeah, it'll be super cute. If we have him ignore, like, not be around food for a little while, he'll forget that food exists, like that we might be able to feed him, and so therefore just like goes on to his next thing. 350. And I don't know how to, like, I wonder if there's like a dark mode. Like when I run this, I have dark mode in this window. Oh, I don't see anything in the URL that's telling it dark mode. That's unfortunate. OBS lets you enter custom CSS, so you can make something there to make it dark mode and to remove the text bar and stuff. Yeah, but then like, if I do that, we lose some of the custom messages that you could do. But yeah, I can like remove some of these things, definitely. But all right, so if we do that, interact, turn on dark mode, like that. Sorry, custom colors on the messages. There, that looks good. I think like if you did the entire like /me thing, but if I was like overwriting all the text to like the colors to be dark mode compatible. Think when you do dark mode, like it's doing changes to colors, right? Or am I all I'm having? Yeah, because I need to change the text and make it like over here, make this text white instead of black. Which, yeah. Oh really? We can try it. Here, let me do this. Twitch chat, background color. Show you what I'm doing. Black. And then I want to do color. Come on. Color white. Okay, so if I do that, refresh. Wait, that did not do it. Did you send me other CSS? Wait, I think I lost my other... Oh, I lost my other chat window. Oh, here it is. Ooh, OBS Twitch chat. Okay, so let's try this. Copy you. Paste you in there. Oh, GitHub. GitHub, what are you doing? Go to raw. There, that's better. Okay, so, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Don't know how I feel about that. Let's try sending some chat messages and see how that looks. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work at all. It's closer. That's yeah. Okay. I would need to, I think like the big thing is not to make it opacity. And I don't know where that is right now. Oh, RGB like 1. No, that didn't do it. Yeah, so like I need to like really look through the CSS and like try to figure out where it is and customize it. There's a lot here, unfortunately. And so it's not doing what I would expect it to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and just remove this for right now. But it's a really good idea. Remove you, yeah. And then we're gonna get back to programming this stuff. Found a modified version which looks better. Cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play with that on my own. I think I've allowed myself to be derailed a little bit too much on this right now. But I'm gonna keep that as a window up so I can come back to it later. So thank you, Lord Mist. All right, so now what do I want? Credits. Right, so I want the ability to see. Let's go ahead and look me again now that Zilby's back. Oh my gosh, I was looking through, I wasn't looking through OBS, so I was like, why am I'm moving the camera, but it's not moving instantaneously. Yeah, I need to look through OBS to see if I'm pointing in the right direction. There you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look through here. We want to be able to pass the, oh, right, we're gonna do the messages here for this. I think for right now, we can start with just like a list that we create here. And then we would want to like potentially for future versions, add them in through like, you know, oh, just have a list of them inside of a file. So how do I end up having that look? I want okay, so if I were to, because other than that, I could have it new line. You just noticed this is the most derailed stream you've seen since you've been watching. Staying on the rails all the time is boring. 1 hour in is the first line of code. I know. It's I usually am able to stay on track pretty well. But like today, I guess I'm more tired than normal too, which doesn't help. Also, Zilby is a good distraction. Which means I did pet the cat, so I can mark that as complete. So if I come in here, let's go to their original idea. Inside of assets, if I create a new file in here, and I think that script that we have copies everything. This wouldn't really be assets, would it? This isn't assets. It's just right up here. Create a new file. And I want this to be win messages. This is probably like streamer wins messages. I guess like .txt. I don't know if it really matters. And then we can have like, okay, just some like interesting messages that you want to like show here. So this will be, I won, you all lost. Maybe another one would be, too bad you can't hit me. You might want to put that file into assets, not just the project root. I think assets is throwing it into the project root. For this one, I think I need it to be in in here because like the only reason we had an asset is because GGZ fun, but now we're not in GGZ world, we're just in normal Rust FS world. So here's what I mean. If let's say in credits, when we first start the credits, like this is when we want to load up and like grabbing all the lines here. So if I pull in FS, so if we do use standard, the assets would be distributed with a program with this file, not assets, you can't distribute it. I know it's like, it's a not the greatest system. But for debugging purposes, I need it to be here. Which sucks. Like I need it to be in both places, really. It's like standard FS. I don't know if there's anything else inside of here that I care about. There's like, oh, probably file. That's what I want. So then if I want to open this file, if it exists. So that this is the streamer one messages file equals file open and then the path. Okay, so here I just want to say the path is, what did I call this? Streamer wins messages.txt. Let's see. According to Bo, hello. Why Rust? I guess like a couple reasons. Lord Mist, why not Rust? It's kind of along that level. So I've been trying to learn Rust for a few years now, and I guess like trying to learn Rust is like not really adequate anymore because I've learned Rust enough that I can like build things with it. But I don't work with Rust in a professional level. Another thing is I find Rust a really fun programming language to use. So therefore, any chance that I can use it right now, I am. And I can't use it professionally because at work, we're in PHP and JavaScript land. May change in the future, but then it would go to Node.js instead of PHP. So basically, this is the only time I can do Rust. And also, creative Rust is a lot of fun. The other question, for like why Rust, maybe like why a strongly typed compiled language. I program it in so much in like scripting languages like PHP, JavaScript, Python a little bit, that I really want to like keep my skills up in the more systemsy programming languages areas. And so like the choices seem to be something like, okay, C, C++, like if I drop the systems part, Java, Go, and Rust. Out of all of those, Rust sounds the best. It's also super modern, and I really like the idea of like a future language, like a language that's going to be around for a long time and be very useful for me professionally, maybe in the future. PHP and JS, and the absolutely. Like, does that answer your question according to Bo? Awesome. I'm glad to be able to help out. Yeah, we want like no language shaming around here. And I think I think that it was actually more Lord Mist was being more of the a little bit of a trolley as opposed to assuming you were. But I think we're all good all around. Cargo has ruined you in all package managers. NPM is one of the worst. Ironically, PHP's package manager is like better than NPM, which is weird. I have not touched Go, so yeah, I can't compare it either. That is true. The package manager in C and C++, clearly the worst. All right, so if I do this, we open this file, and I think I'll just do, let's see, an unwrap right now, because otherwise I'm gonna have to return not a game result, but like something else. I probably want to like really handle this in a different way though. So if I do this, I think I can now like read it to this, let's see, to string, like, what can I do with it? I can't remember. So here a file. You think it's going to be looking for the file and assets? I don't think it is, because this isn't GGEZ. In Target, I don't think it is either there. It's crazy, because like inside of here, like the assets is moving from there into Target, debug, resources. It's just throwing them in here. So we would, it needs to be outside of resources. That's the problem. Oh, FS read to string. That's what it was. Read to string. I forgot about that one. Thank you. So FS, let's see. No, come on. Standard FS. Read to string. Oh, path. Okay, this is perfect. So this is going to be streamer wins messages.txt. Yeah, I forgot that. Unwrap that. You return a IO result and string. So if I do let messages equals that, and then let's go ahead and debug messages. I just want to see this come out and see what we got. So quit you out. If this works, oh, right. I forgot we have this entire thing. Let's see. How do I want to deal with this? I need to like turn off all of those print lines, which are getting a little bit more annoying. Oh, I can panic right afterwards. And I could run unwrap or you lost. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. So here's what I got out. Messages, I won, you lost. Too bad you can't hit me. So you notice that I don't need it to be in like resources. I don't need it to be in assets. I don't need it to be anywhere. And if I throw this, if I take this file and I, what is it? Copy. I want to copy the streamer wins messages. Out one, go to target, debug. Is it just there? I think it's just there. So now we can see. Here's the streamer wins messages. I can like customize this. Something like that. Hit save. And then I want to CD. Let's see. Target. Debug. Let's go ahead and run. Is it playground? No. Get the streamer game. Get the stream. Oh no, not .d. .exe. Oh, because I don't have the environment variables out of here, right here. So I need to copy. Streamer.env to here. Now I think I can. And so this all works. And here's all that stuff. It's like it's a nasty thing because GGEZ requires everything to be in resources. Nothing else does. I can, however, require that. Yeah. Stacking, you're heading out. Want to get some serious work done before the AMD announcement. Catch us tomorrow. Awesome. We'll have good luck getting some work done. Have a great day too. Should put my stuff in resources too. Yeah. Okay. So that's a really good point. I should put it in resources. The problem is, you know what we should do? To make this consistent and make this work, I need to rename this from assets to resources. So that way I can access this here. Because if I throw, okay, so I delete you. So back there. If I take you, I throw you in here. Well, the problem is here for debug like running. If I'm running this here and I say, okay, read to string and I want path assets / streamer wins messages. And I just run cargo run. This works. I see this. I see it. It does work. The problem is, I've got to, I'm reading from the wrong location, but I'm reading from this one. I'm reading from this one. Now that's because like I'm compiling all this code and running at this time. Oh, are you, okay, so you're suggesting that I try running this, let's try this again. So if I tell it to now do resources like this, I don't think this is gonna work. Read from arg0 resources. Oh, okay. I need to tell it to like, okay, arg0, okay, to figure out where it's gonna go. You can write environment current exe for the path. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, I wasn't thinking about that, getting like the full path. So if I need like the full path, okay, so we do let, like my path equals env. Is it standard env? Standard env current executable for the path. Oh, okay. So dot unwrap unwrap or I don't know what I want to give it as my directory. Or current directory, yeah. I don't know if I want to give it for like the current directory. Okay, so if I give unwrap, that gives me like the current, oh, that's a path buffer. There's also the args. Arg0, that might be easier. Wait, was current directory? Ooh, current directory. Same thing. Unwrap. That gives me the path buffer. Okay, so then what can I do with path? Path dot. To stir, maybe. I'd make a read resource function which takes a into path and then return a file handle for that path relative to resources. Current directory is a working directory, so you don't want that. Okay, so I don't want working directory. Current executable is probably the one I want then. Yeah, I think you're right. Like I think like doing this into a separate executable will be right. So this is gonna be. Let's see. We do a path buffer. Let's like figure out what we want to do right here, and then I could break this out into a different file. Yeah, probably like a utilities function or a utilities structure or something like that. Probably a utilities module. All right, so if I do path dot. Okay, then we can push resources messages dot text. And then use parent. Interesting. Okay, so if I do, okay, so we get the current directory as a path, and then I can do a push. Now, can I say I want to push resources like that? Then I need to be mutable. Okay. That theoretically, so if we're in target, here's our executable. We want to push resources into this path. So there's that. Push resources slash. This is going to be the streamer wins messages.txt. And so then here in let messages, I replace you with the path. So path. I wonder if this will work. So if I, just to make sure this changes, let's go ahead, come into here and just do yo with that. Save you. And then use parent. I don't know if I need parents. Let's try cargo run with this, see what happens. Okay, not found. System cannot find the path specified. Oh, I wish that it gave me the path that it tried to find. I guess I could debug that. That might be good. You didn't change to current executable. Oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't. Current executable. X. Okay, let's try that again. Thank you, Mirror Clamp. I have to write parent to like check its parent. Okay. All right, so we get the path. We have resources, streamer wins. So why do I need parent? Because like the parent is a current executable, which is here. I don't want, like I want to go into resources and then streamer wins messages. Now, I don't know. I guess this is okay. Because you get the executable inside the path. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Oh, let's see. That parent here. Oh, it's an option. That. Interesting. Okay. Not the best code here. So it gives me a reference to a path. I probably want to like mix these paths together then. Is there like a path join that I can use? Because that's not right. Can I create a new path? Path new. That new path equals. Let's make this mutable. Huh, your reference to a path that's mutable. Oh, and so if I don't, okay, so if I then do you inside of this. So that gives me the parent. This seems weird. I don't like that. I really want this to be like, I don't know what I want here. I want to like join this. Can I do path.join? Is there like path? Okay, there's join. Okay, so path. So then that would be this path. And the resources, streamer wins messages.txt. Okay, so if I do that, and then we just do that path equals. Okay, so now we have a path here. Don't need to do that. Messages, read to path. Okay, let's try this. there we go. I wanted you all lost. Too bad you can't hit me. So which one? So I want to change you to hi. Save you. And rerun you. And I think this gets copied over whenever we do this. We run this. There we go. Okay, so perfect. So we get this high now. And so then the function we want is inside of sort, let's see, streamer game. Let's close all these down. There we go. Inside of source here, I want to create a new file, and maybe this will be like a utilities. So if we do a pub function, something like this, where we want to load load file, and then I can pass in the name of the file, or maybe just like this loads the streamer wins messages. I think this should be like load. This should just be load file, and then that passes that back in. So this is load file. We're going to take in, what do we need to take in? We need to take in the path. This is going to be the stir. Okay, and it's going to return an array. So it's going to return a vector of string. Okay, so then let's go ahead. To do that, let's go back into our main library and mod this. Which means that now I can run these. Okay, so you're all happy here. All right, so now inside of credits, we're going to remove a bunch of this stuff because we're going to call that. So we want to use, I want to use utilities, use super utilities, load file. Actually, I probably just want to load utilities, so I can do something like this. Let messages equals utilities, load file, pass it the path, which we want this to be you. Now we have you as a game result, so I need to convert you to a game result as opposed like to the error. So I might need to like handle the errors slightly differently than I'm doing here. Should I study data science to be a programmer? Is that what you mean by DS is data science? I wouldn't. Like, if you just want to be a programmer, study programming. Yeah, data science and programming are just, data structures. Data structures is a subset of programming. So you're gonna need more than data structures in order to program. But in order to program, you're gonna need some data structures. But I wouldn't like only study data structures, and I probably wouldn't start with data structures. Okay, so if I start with that, and we'll deal with this later. So that becomes a vex string. Now we're probably gonna have like a result that we're gonna have to handle. All right, that makes a little bit of sense. Oh, right, because we're gonna have defaults here, so maybe it won't return. Like this will always succeed. We're just gonna get a vec of string, so maybe just a vec of one string. All right, so we hand you that. Then in utilities here, we're gonna do this thing where we have to path join to figure this out. So if I cut you out and put you in here. Can you give me simple advice to start with web applications, native apps, please? Those are very different things. I would probably start with one or the other. So with web applications, Free Code Camp is a great place to like start learning. Otherwise, just like open up your browser and start like playing around with the console for like JavaScript. So it really depends. Like if you want web applications, that's HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Those are the three things that you like need in order to like build web applications. For native applications, it's going to be Swift for iOS, or is it Kotlin now for Android? I think, am I right about that? I haven't done any Android development. I actually haven't done any Swift development either, so I don't know for certain. But no matter which way it goes, it's like, yeah, so I would probably start with like Free Code Camp is a great place to start if you want to do web development. And that will get you like the fundamentals needed to like build web applications. I'm not sure what great resources is to start learning with like Swift or Kotlin. Okay, so we're gonna join here, and so this is gonna be our path. All right. Just need to pull you in. Now we have to here as like all these unwraps. We need to handle this a little bit better. Okay, so current exe, this unwrap is because current exe can return a result. If it doesn't exist, Lord Mist, you have a guest for us. Get resource, path, implements as ref path, returns option file. Okay, so oh, interesting. Okay, so this returns an option. Path buff, push. Oh, and then push this. So you push twice in here. Nice. And then you file open path, or we can do that read to file, which I think would work. So if I do this as like a vector of strings, it's like, this is really not like load file. This is load, what do I call this? Streamer win messages. This is load messages. We taken this path. So this is really going to be the file name. And we can definitely do the impl as ref here path. So that impls a path. I think that's fine to do. And then, okay, so then we probably do want to, let's see, so current, you return a result. So current exe returns a result. Oh, is that okay? Is that okay turning it into an option? Oh, that would be interesting. I want to, let's see, if let sum, and this is going to be a like executable path equals, this is going to be a standard env current executable dot Okay. No. Yeah, okay, converts a result to option. All right, so that's fine there. Okay, so if we have an executable path, if we're able to get this, then I want to push. I don't want to join in. I want to now push. So executable path dot push resources like that. And then I want to executable path dot push file name like that. Once I have the file name, then I can read to string. So let's say we do let raw text, raw string, like raw equals. Then we're gonna do, what is it? fs read to string executable path like that. Else, okay, so if this doesn't exist, then we want this to be a string new, or maybe a string from, and just throw in here is the streamer one, something like that. Now I don't need you anymore. And so that gives me a raw. I probably need, well, I need to trim you. So I want to do like raw equals raw.trim. Your result. So I really want you to be, so that's where, okay. What kind of result are you? You're a string error. So like if I do a dot unwrap essentially, that gives me a string here. Now this unwrap, so this one we need to handle now. Please don't read in the same function. Oh, you updated guest. Please use your my function to open a file and then this function to read it. Okay. I was planning on using like read to string. Where is this? Where do you go? Update. Yeah, so then there's this. Okay, so I can maybe get like get resource. Copy this out. It's great. This is a private. Okay, so then this. Okay, so if I do that, so let's do let message. I guess this is a messages file equals get resource, and we're gonna pass it the file name. And then you're an option. So if I do that for right now, I don't need to do any of you yet. Okay, so then you take path buffer. Okay, current, okay. Parent to path buffer. Okay, so then it gives me a path buffer. We pass in resources, we pass in this, then we open this file. So then that's, now we've opened up the messages file. I need to read to the string. So messages file dot, I think, I don't think I can do, oh, right. I need to option out of here. So we need to do if let sum messages file equals this. So now we have a string in here. Okay. So now we have a file that's a messages file. So now I can do messages file dot. Oh, there's not like read to string. That file would let me do that. Why do I have self in here? That seems weird. Everything's broken. Let me pull you off to the side. PSC4, Rust makes you feel conflicted. When we copy the docs to, wait, you had docs in there, didn't you? Yeah. That's a good point. I'm so used to not having, wait. Like that. Okay. I know, like I'm so used to only like grabbing the files. I'm not used to like the doc strings yet. Okay, so. Oh. You were there. That's my problem. Messages file dot. Is there not like a read to string? I could swear like files, there's a read to string. But apparently not. Also note how there's no unwrap in your function. Yeah, it's nice and clean. I like that. Thank you, Lord Mist. I think there's lines which give you an iterator over the lines. Ooh. Up there. Just into, okay. Are you just not giving me all the options? Is that our problem? Huh. You might want to use standard IO prelude. Ooh, am I not bringing everything in? Let's try that. Use standard IO prelude. Oh, I'm no longer using standard FS itself where that function is. Ah, okay, that's my problem. I'm so used to like the standard IO file, whereas this is something else. Here we go. So now, can I get, no, I can't get lines yet, but I can say, is read vectored. So there's read to string, read to end, sync all, write all, okay. Okay, so I can probably, I could read to string. Oh, read vectored. I wonder if that's what I want. Read vectored, yeah. Okay, so this buffers, I need to create a new, yeah, let's do this. Up here, we're gonna do let message mute messages equals vec new. Hand it mutable reference to the messages. So let's see. No errors here. Need to take you as mutable here. So then we're happy so far. Isn't what I want. Oh, you just checked. Oh no. What does it do? Like read, except it reads into a slice of buffers. Data is copied to fill each buffer in order, which with the final buffer written to possibly being only partially filled. This method must behave equivalency called read with connecting buffered. Danaka, what did you try to post? I'm still sitting at Nightbot. Oh, you posted a free code. I could swear that I whitelisted free code camp. Hold on. Oh no, you didn't. That was the other one. Tanaka, they hadn't loaded the thing yet. The line. That's not a link. Oh no, there is a link. Okay. Oh, weird, because it went to doc.rust link. I could swear I whitelisted that, but apparently I did not. Give me a second. Whitelist, spam protection, links, options. I have rustlang.org. I guess that's not the same as the subdomain doc.rustlang.org. All right, so I updated that. Hopefully that works out. This is what you tried to post. Yeah, I know. I don't know why that didn't work the way I wanted to. The lines function is on a buff read, so you need to wrap your file first. Oh, Lord Moose, you also got that. Oh, Zilby's now behind me. There's this sample at the top of the page you link. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So yeah, this buff read, and then I can get lines. And then, did you say there's a sample on the top where I can like go and convert? Ah. Zilby, that's kind of an awkward position. Ah. Okay, never mind. I guess we'll just go onto the ground now. Let's see. I want to pull you out separately. Buff reader, new file, and then the lines on that. You might as well return the iterator directly. Actually, that's probably good because then you can take a random element from the iterator without reading from the whole file. Okay, so if we do that, let's come back to here. So in our get resource, we take in the path, we create buff reader new file. Okay, so let's try that. So we do a buff reader new. What does it take? It takes a file or a path? Okay, so it takes a new file. So we have that. We have that here. So if we do let file equals, write that somewhere else, wrong function. Ah, fine. So hold on. So you're returning an option. Oh, put that in load messages. Okay, so let's reset this a little bit. I want to, and then I don't know what I'm returning with the second, so I'm going to do that right now. And then I want to grab, let's see, the buff reader, pass in the file, it's an option. So I need to do if let sum file equals get resource, pass it the file name. Wait, did I break your function? I did break your function. What did I do? What? Oh, Zilby. Zilby tried to jump, and I have a towel over here because like the table is sharp on the edge, and he didn't reach the top. He has a bad habit of not jumping all the way up, but instead jumping like part of the way, and then sort of like just trying to climb the rest of the way up. The towel then just slid off the edge of the command, the edge of the table, and he sort of had that like, oh, I guess it's my life, as he fell backwards. What's up with the red dot moving around the cam? Is there an interactive brick breaker or something? Yes, Lord Miz just showed it off. It's a drop game, and I try to have it like over on a side so it's not bothering everything too much. Okay, so I wanted to go and find this again and recopy you. Okay, to fix that. Okay, so we want to get the file from here. If we have the file, we want to open up the path buffer. It is hard to time with stream delay. It is, I know. It was initially when we first built it, the platform stayed still, and then it got too easy. Everybody was able to hit the platform really, really quickly, and so we added a little bit of movement. And that hey Zilby, you can stop. Okay, thank you for standing on the keyboard. Go over to my notebook and sit on that. All right, so what are we doing here? Lord Mizd, be back. Awesome. Have a good whatever you're doing. All right. I need to really quickly check to make sure I don't have anything happening at work at 9. I don't think I do until 9:30. I was working a little bit late last night, so I think I'm okay. So I'll load up that. Okay, so I now have my file. I want to create my path buffer. So let buffer equals path buffer new. Oh, buff reader. Buff reader new. Like that. Okay, so that gives me a new buff reader. We need to pass in the file. Like that. Let's see. Yep, I don't have anything until, okay, I've got a little bit of time. New, okay, so then we have our to, Okay, so now we have our buffer, and we can return our lines. So we can do buffer dot lines like this, and I want to return you out of here. So if I do something like this, okay, so found struct standard IO lines, standard IO buffer reader, standard FS file. So what? Okay, so you're a standard IO lines. So I want something like this. Lines. And can I say that your lines of strings? Okay, and then you're saying expected. Okay, now because else. All right, so now if this doesn't happen, like if we don't have this lines, I probably want to make this an option then. And option lines. So an option lines string that, else return none. Oh, nope. No, you're not happy with that. Oh, you need to be a sum. Nope, not happy with that. Match types. You can just return the impl iterator item string, I believe, to make your return type simpler and more abstract. Probably iterator item standard IO result string though. Let's see. Yeah, because like that's a nasty return type. So can I can do into iterator that. So if I do that, what's its return type now? It's now standard IO line, standard IO buff read, standard FS file. So this is still what it's returning. The line struct already implements iterator. Oh, okay. So what does lines truly return? Because like that's a nasty return value. And I could type this to like give it a type to sort of wrap around that, but that doesn't seem right. Center string found struct. So this is what we're returning. Standard IO lines, standard IO buff read, standard FS file. So I could like, to try to make this a little bit nice, I could do something like this. Pub type, there's like a message lines. Was that? And then I'm going to say option message lines. Actually, we want to, if it's a type, we really want this to be message lines, like that. So that makes that happy. And so because it's public, I can then grab this type out. So then here we have this buffer lines, and I can just run the iterator off of that later. Otherwise, I've got nothing. There's none. Okay, so then I can go load messages here. So back to here, we're gonna do in credits. Okay, messages. It's gonna be load messages. This gives us the option, so we want to do if let some messages equals utilities load messages. Okay. So now we're gonna have, this is the lines. So we could even then do a let messages equals, and this could be like streamer 1 messages. Okay, so then from that, I want to let's also add in an else. Think you need to remove resources from the path? Oh yeah, I do now need to. It's just the file name at this point in time. It's just that. You're right. Thank you, Mirclimp. Okay, so we have this here. Let me save to. Oh, that doesn't do wrapping for me because I have 3 errors. Oh, right, because I have all these other errors here. So let's go ahead and not do this right now. And you need to be a semicolon. So there we go. So if I want this to be a vector of messages, actually, if we want this to be a random message from this, we don't want it to be a vector. This could be just a stream 1 message. So like the else could be a streamer 1 dot toOwned. So that could be, okay, it's a string there. So then here we want to choose a random one from this. So I think if I do messages dot we already have the lines, which is an iterator. If I hand an iterator to like RNG, can I get one? Oh, Tanaka, you tried. What happened? Nightbot, what did you do? Oh, this was a playlist. I could swear, didn't I add playlist laying in there too? Hold on, let me fix that. Spam protection, links, options. Right, again, I thought that just Rust lang would take care of all these subdomains, but I guess not. All right, so back to dashboard. Open up and here we go with this. Right, so here's our load messages, taken the file name. Oh, have it return the option, implement iterator, item equals IO result string, then get resource, file name. Oh, then map. File buff reader new dot lines. Oh, that could be nice. Then what do you return? Okay, so you return an option and then inside something and implement iterator. An item equals IO result string. That map seems overcomplicated. Do we really need the map? Like, could we just do the lines? Which is what we have here. where we're returning these lines. Or a none. Maybe we need to put some rule, like, I guess so. I just put play.rustlang.org, but probably, yeah, it seems... Well, the fact that you're able to do the star.rustlang.org now, apparently Nightbot is happy with that. So the map is just a functional equivalent of your if-let destructuring. Well, the if-let is also very overcomplicated. You could just use the question mark operator. Oh, right. I keep on forgetting that question mark operator on options is a thing. I constantly forget that. Like, I can do this. I want to return get resource. Okay, so hold on. Get resource that I want to get the buffer. Let's move you out to here. Oh wait, no, because I need the file name. Hold on. I need the file first. So I do let file equals this question mark. Which means that I can actually just put you straight in here without the if let file. Okay, so then we have our buff reader. And so then can I just do dot lines? And get rid of this. And go with that. There, that works for that. All right, no way, that doesn't work. Expected enum option, standard lines, found struct, standard lines, underscore. Okay, so hold on. What is exactly is your? Oh wait, I need to sum. I need to sum this. Yeah, okay, there we go. Thank you, Mirclamp. Lord Mist, thank you so much for all the help. Hope that you have a great rest of your day. Back to credits. Okay, so if we've got, okay, so some messages, that gives us the lines. So I want to now extract this out to get the string. That always makes you miss the pipe greater than operator from F sharp. I've never used F sharp. So if I want to like get the first one, from Lord Mist. Oh, trait iterator random. Can you get a random element from the iterator? So rand sequence iterator random. Okay, choose one element at random from an iterator. If you have a slice, it's faster. Okay, choose or choose move. Okay. Yeah, we could try this. So we need rand. Do we have rand in here? It's the wrong. Nope, wrong one. We do have rand. We do have rand. Okay, so if we have rand, then I think we can use this. This is gonna be, it's a trait. iterator random. It's an extension trait on iterators. How does it work? Rand sequence, iterator random. Choose self RNG self item. I wish they would give me an example. So like if I use rand, guess we could bring in the prelude. What is this? Sequence. Okay, so here's this iterator random. Okay. Iterator random. Extension trader iterators provide random sampling. Oh, wait, where was I looking before? This is in choose. Oh, is this because it's not the latest version? Oh, they added in documentation for this in the latest version. That's what happened. Okay, cool. That's what's going on. Thank you, Mirklamp. All right, so we bring in RNG. So we do face of the car. Okay, so we have an iterator. We can do dot choose. Okay, so use this, and then we can do take the iterator and dot choose, pass it RNG. And then what is it, a result or an option? Okay, so apparently I need RNG, which I don't remember if I've been using it before. So let's just create that. Let's also bring in the thread, the prelude. That RNG probably needs to be immutable. Equals thread RNG new, like that. Okay, so that sets us up ourselves up for that. Oh, it's not new. Oh, it's rand thread range. Keep on forgetting about that. It's thread RNG, like that. There we go. Oh, you think it returns an option? Well, we'll find out pretty quickly. So here we want to do a messages.choose RNG. So we're gonna do use RNG. Yeah, okay, so here it returns an option. So then okay, so then this is gonna be okay or, and then like our default streamer one. Unwrap or? No, not unwrap none. Unwrap or. That's still a result. What did I do wrong? Oh, I have to give it a result? Wait a second. What did I do? It returns none when the iterator is empty. Okay, that makes sense. Returns that contain some arguments passed to unwrap or eagerly evaluated. If you are passing a result of a function, it is recommended to use unwrap or else. You can try unwrap or else. But this is, okay, so expected a standard. Whoa. Okay. Unwrap or is the default. Expected enum result string. Oh, so I probably do want an or else, and then a function that just returns that? That seems weird. So unwrap or else, and then you take in a function like that, and then I can just do this. Am I getting this correctly? Or is it still not going to work? No, it still wants a type result. So hold on, let me start this over again. You think the problem is in the iterator? Okay, so hold on. So if we could do choose, we have this lines of here. We have choose buff reader. If I just do that, what happens? Because you're okay. So you're an option result string. Okay, that's our problem. So choose gives us the option. Messages is a iterator of results. And then inside of those are strings. Okay. What if I don't do this? So let's do I want to choose unwrap. Okay, or transform the option into a result. No, that's not what I want. I want unwrap. You can map the iterator into strings. Okay, that might be best. So we have to dot map. We take in, so this is message, this is a result. String or error. So I need to message dot unwrap or filter map is for options though, right? Like none are okay, or none are some. What I could do is unwrap or default, and the default can be the streamer one. So then that returns just the string. And then I can do choose. You're still, what are you now? What do you return? You return a type map. So then I need to do another iter. How do I go back to an iterator? Convert the result into an option. I could do that. I think that's let's see, what is that? That's okay, I think. Now I have a map. There returns a map. see. Let blah equals. Okay, so now I have a map of lines of buff reader. Convert inside the filter map. Oh, so we need to do a filter map. Filter map. Messages. Okay, so then. Okay with that. So your convert self and option T. Okay, confirming that. Right, and it is an iterator. So now can I do dot choose? Oh, okay, now I can do choose. Use RNG. Okay, so if I do that, what do I have now? Now I have an option string. And then, okay, hold on. I want if let some messages. So streamer one message. Okay, so blah. Choose that. And then or else this. Except not or else, just probably or you. Except you need to be, what do you need to be? Expected an option string, found struct string. Is it okay or? I don't want to return blah equals that. Okay, so now at this point, okay, so we've got that go, okay, I'm still getting a result. Still getting a result. Now I have to use another unwrap or. Oh my gosh. Unwrap or. This again? No? Well, I'm getting a result. I don't need the okay or. I could just use, well, I'm getting, okay, let's try unwrap or then. Okay, there we go. Thank you. That was more painful. I made that a lot more painful than it needed to be. All right, so then we get to finally get the streamer one message. And so then we put this down here. To chat when, okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, so then we create the credit. I'm gonna pass in this title is going to be now the streamer one message, like this. It wants a string, so let's come down here, create credit. I could just pass you a reference and you'll be happy. Think you move the filter map into the load messages function? Probably, because then I can just do a choose off of that. That makes a lot of sense. Then I can get map messages. Let me get this, let me make sure this works first right now. So if I run this, we get our hi. Perfect. Manu La Barca. Hello. Greetings from Chile. Awesome. Great to have you here. Okay, so now let's move this out. So abstract this out. So cut you from here, back into utilities. And so we have this some lines, and then we throw you in like this. Now, you are no longer returning, so expected, found, standard iter. So struct standard iter, filter map lines, like that. Copy you, and we're going to replace you here. Like that. Okay. Can I find load messages? It's called load messages. Oh, because I have an error here. What am I missing? I'm missing a closing bracket of that. Hold on. Let me try this again. I think I didn't grab the entire thing. There. No? Still not right? Our expected comma. Filter map. Oh, I don't have enough. Yeah, one more of these. Wrong number of type arguments. Oh man, okay, so hold on. Let's try this again. One more time. Where is this? Okay, hold on. Let me run this and get the actual error message here. Okay, so found struct standard iter filter map. Is that all? Okay, no. Found struct standard iter filter map. File like this. Oh, weird. And then there's this weird closure thing here. It's the closure. That's what it needs. Yeah, it wants this all thing. Oh, I didn't notice that. That's a bit weird. I need to now replace this with like its appropriate type. So closure, get the streamer. Okay, so what? Oh, that's just, no, that's filter map. Message okay. What are you? Okay, so standard ops fn mute string fo error that. Just return option